you're not gonna believe the tea with Pumpkin and Josh. I guess Pumpkin has decided to file for divorce from Josh. Shout out to LB on YouTube. She made a video about all this, and I haven't seen anybody else talking about this yet. And I went and got the paperwork for the divorce filing myself. This is all what it says. So Pumpkin filed for divorce from Josh, and it says the parties were married on June 17, 2024, and they separated on or about July 2024, and they have remained in a bona fide state of separation since time. It explains they have 4 minor children. It says all their ages, their names, and it says the parties have reached a full and final agreement on all issues of divorce, custody, visitation, child support, division of property, alimony, and division of debt. Which, that's amazing, because the more that they don't agree in the custody and divorce dispute, the more expensive it's just going to be overall for the both of them. And it explains that they have agreed that they will have joint legal and joint physical custody between the both of them. So they're going to split the kids 50-50. Since they're doing it that way, neither one of them will have to pay child support, and they'll have to divide the expenses of all the children, including uncovered medical expenses, extracurricular activities, and necessary school expenses. And the father shall have the right to claim Ella and Silas on his income tax returns, and the mother shall have the right to claim Bentley and Stella. And it explains the division of property, which it says right now they currently have a contract in both of their names, and it says the parties shall work together to remove Josh's name off the property, and then Pumpkin's supposed to take the home over with all the bills and expenses. The husband will have up to 60 days to remove his items from the house, and they each have vehicles in their own names, so each party will keep their vehicles and be responsible for, the insurance, the taxes, and everything that comes along with having the vehicle. And each party shall keep any banking financial accounts in his or her names, and the children each have Coogan accounts, which that's great. At least they learned a lesson from Mamajune's mistakes. They are both listed as the signatories on the children's accounts, and they'll remain the same way. And it says each party shall pay the debt in his or her name, except as specifically mentioned herein. Neither party shall cause any further debt to be incurred in the name of the other. Then the alimony waiver, it says each party waives any claims and rights each has or may have to alimony maintenance from his or her separate property, separate estate, or otherwise. Accordingly, the parties declare and agree that there shall be no payments in this agreement that should be taxable income to either party. Pretty much they're making sure they're covering all their bases, and then they agree that anything that they own that wasn't listed in this agreement is pretty much their own items. Like if Pumpkin has like a PlayStation that wasn't listed in this, then that means that's Pumpkin's PlayStation. So they have made their agreement with everything. Sounds like everything is going smooth and they're moving forward. I'm just shocked that she's saying there's like no fixing the marriage, which kind of tells me that either Josh did something really bad that was a huge deal breaker, or it's been bad for a while and just finally hit its breaking point. Then they explain that they have both agreed that they're both in a good state of mind, and that they fully understand everything that they're reading and agreeing to, and they both have been given enough time to seek legal counsel and advice from their lawyer before signing this. And then it goes on to say that this party agrees that they'll execute the documents. They agree that any kind of negotiations they made before this divorce or any kind of deals they had between each other, is no more legally binding now that they have this divorce settlement, except what was mentioned in here. And they both signed, and Josh was served with his paperwork that he needs to appear in court. He received his summons, and I'm very curious if we're going to get more details on why exactly this divorce was filed. I only find this paperwork that I'm sharing with you guys. There's a few other documents too, but I had to pay for these documents, and I saw like the preview for the other documents I didn't get, and they're literally just like papers with signatures that really didn't have any information, just like agreements that Josh would appear in court and that Pumpkin wanted to file for divorce. So they were separated for about a month before she finally filed for the divorce paperwork, and now it's moving full steam ahead. And you already know that they probably got a camera crew already down there to capture all these court dates and watch everything go down. So at least we'll see everything play out at least and get more understanding on why this happened. And I mean, I wonder how Josh is gonna do it, just having 50-50 custody with the 4 kids by himself, because we saw that he got overwhelmed quite a few times when he was just babysitting for short periods of time. But now to have them half the time by himself, I don't know if he'll be able to handle it, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm sure Pumpkin has an army around her and a lot of people to help out. But I'm glad they are able to part their ways amicably. At least that's what's appearing in these court filings. But that is it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Why do you think Pumpkin's filing for divorce? And are you shocked by this? Let me know in the comments. Check my lashes at AccordingtoAmber.com. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.